Hello all and welcome in this video lectures series on C programming. We are discussing loop control, that is iterative statements present in C programming language. In this video lecture we are going to discuss some programs using for loop control statement. So as we know that the syntax for this for loop, fine. So first we are going to define the keyword for, followed with expression 1, expression 2, expression 3, which are present within the bracket, and every expression is separated with the help of this semicolon. And here the expression 1 is nothing but simple the initialization expression. Expression 2 is simple the condition, and expression 3 is an update expression. Okay, so as shown, this is my expression number 1, this one is expression number 2, and here is the expression number 3. And as we know that the expression number 1 get executed only once at the beginning of for loop and is used to initialize a value to a variable, right? So first I am going to initialize the variable, then the condition. So this is get executed first, right? So this is get executed first, then in a second step it is going to check the condition, which is nothing but an expression 2, right? So first this is condition expression 2. If this condition is true, right, then it go for executing the body of this for loop as indicated here, right? And after completing, it will come back to this expression number 3, right? So this is first, second, this one is the third, and now the fourth activity is update the expression. And after updating this expression, right, so this is my fourth activity, it will go back to this again expression number 2, that is nothing but what the condition. And if it is true, again the same cycle is repeated, 2 3 4 5, 2 3 4 5. And if this is false, then directly the next statement which is present out of this for loop, this get executed, right? For example, if I am writing for I is equal to 1, I should be or I is less than 10, then I plus plus. And here I am going to suppose print, say print f hello 1. So what will happen? Initially I is equal to 1 as the value, then this is first the value 1 is get assigned, then the one, this is the second step. When this condition is checked whether 1 is less than 10, yes, then this loop is executed. What is that? Hello 1. Then it is going to update the value. Now the new value is what? 2. Again it is going to check it. In this way, as the 2 is less than 10, again hello 1. In this way the things are going to work for this for loop step. Write a program to generate a Fibonacci series up to nth term. So now what is Fibonacci series? Suppose the first variable x is with the value 0, second variable y with the value 1, right? No doubt we are going to add these two numbers. So 0 plus 1, the result is 1. And this is now suppose I am assigning to variable z. So what next we are going to do? Now these two numbers are added together. So 1 plus 1, it is 2. Now 1 plus 2, the value is 3. 2 plus 3, the value is 5. 3 plus 5, the value is 8, in this way. Okay. So the one thing is simple and clear, right? Initially the x is 0, y is 1, the obtained result z is now 1. Now in the next iteration, the value of y is assigned to x and the value of z is assigned to y. And now this is the obtained result. Then for next iteration, again the value of y assigned to x, the value of z assigned to y, and this is what the result. Again for next iteration, simple, the value of y assigned to x, the value of z assigned to y, and this is what the obtained result. And in last iteration, so as mentioned here for an example, again the value of y assigned to x, the value of z assigned to y, and this is the result. So in short, whatever the value of y is there, that is a second number that is assigned back to the or considered as a first for the next addition, and the result is considered as a second number, right? So nth term means what here? this is the first addition, so term 1, this is second term, this is third term, okay, this is fourth term, and this one is the fifth term. So this represents what? The addition up to fifth term. Okay, so now let us consider the program. So simple void main function. Inside this, for number 1, I am going to define, say, x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1, and for result z. And to keep the track of this number nth term, I am going to define the n. Then simple, I am going to accept a value of the nth term here. Okay, and now for simple, or one more variable to keep the track here, the I. Okay, so for I is equal to 1, I should be less than or equal to n, and now I plus plus, right? And go with this, z is equal to x plus y. Then simple print the result, so print f %d z, and then the value of x, means I'm performing this activity, that is x plus y, and now it is z. So for next iteration, the value, so next okay, so now here whatever the value of y is there, this value of earlier value of y should be assigned to x, right? So now x is equal to y, okay, and then the value of z should be assigned to y, right? And now y is equal to z, right? So in this way I am going to print this series. So let us consider, right? Suppose now I am going to enter n is equal to 5, right? So first, initially I is initialized with value 1, okay, so as the 1 is less than 5, so in first iteration the value of I is 1 and value of n remains as a 5. So as here the 1 is less than 5, z is equal to x plus y. So here the value of x is 0 and the value of y is, say, 1. So the value of z in first iteration is now 1. Okay, now the y is assigned, the value of y is assigned to x and the value of z is assigned to y, right? So now for next, here for first execution, the value of x is now 1 and the value of y is now again 1, right? Again the value of I is get incremented by 1. Now the value of I is 2, right? So as the 2 is less than, yes, 2 is less than or equal to 5, yes, the condition is satisfied. So z is equal to x plus y. So what is the value of x? It is 1, y is 1. So the value of z in second iteration, it is now 2. Okay, now again here for after first iteration, in the second iteration the value of y, that is 1, is get assigned here and the value of z is get assigned to y here. Okay, now again get incremented by 1, the value of I. Now the new value of I is 3, the value of I is 3, right? So now z is equal to x plus y, right? So what is the value of x? The value of x is now 1, value of y is 2. So the obtained result for z is now simple 3. Okay, then for next, the value of y, which was, say, 2, is get assigned to this x and the result is get assigned to y. So now 2, 3. Then the value of I is get again incremented by 1. Now the value of I is 4. Okay, so again the 4 is less than or equal to 5, yes, condition is satisfied. Z is equal to x plus y, that is 2 plus 3. So the result for z is now 5. This I am getting as a output. Okay, so now here next the value 3 and now it is 5. Okay, so again the value of I is get incremented by 1. Now the value of I is 5. So 5 is less than or equal to 5, yes, condition satisfied. So because of that, this is now 5 and this result is now what? Here the addition, simple, 5 plus what we call that 5 plus 3, it is 8. Okay, now the value 5 here assigned, value 8 assigned, and the value of I is now what? 6. But the 6 is not less than or equal to 5, it will come out from the loop. So in this way we are going to perform or generate the Fibonacci series. Okay, so let us cross check this with an programming scenario, right? So let us consider this program. Okay, so integer main, initially x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1, n, I, and j. N defines the term. Okay, then I is to keep the track of this addition and the z is to store the result. So let us cross check this with a stepwise execution. Okay, so here I am going to enter the term up to fifth term. Okay, I want the result up to fifth term. So then now n is equal to 5, x is 0, y is 1. Right. So now the value of I is 1. Do the addition. Right. So here the value of z, what is that? 0 plus 1. Right. So I am getting the value of z as what? 1 here. Now the value of y, that is 1, will be get assigned to x, and the value of z, that is 1, again get assigned to y. Let us cross check this. So here the x and y are 1 1. Now the result 1 plus 1 2, right? So the 2 will be get displayed. Okay, and now the 2 get assigned to y, and the value of y, that is 1, is get assigned to x. So now for next it's a 1 2. So the result is now 5, right? So in the next iteration the 3 will be get assigned to x and 5 is get assigned to y. Let us cross check this. So in this way, right? And at the end we are completed with our result. And 5. So 0 1, the first addition, second addition 2, third addition 3, fourth addition 5, the next addition 8, and now the value of I is now greater than 5 and it will come out from the loop. So in this way I am getting the result as what? 1 2 3 5 and 8. So this is the execution result of Fibonacci series using for loop control statement.